friend of ours, our friend Lynn, was at the secondhand store and she found this. There's even a price tag on it. I think it was $5. And it's a massive, real Tupperware, gorgeous, like egg yolk, yellow, big giant bowl. And it's massive. I don't know if you can see how big. It's big.
I recognize it. I think I had it in my household growing up.
And it's going to take me a good long time to fill this with potato salad. I don't like, no potluck is complete without potato salad.
Welcome to Chef Over Your Shoulder, our podcast about the connections we make through cooking. Pairing professional chefs Jody and Kirstie from the culinary studio with me, a burn to the bottom of the pan expert, creates the perfect recipe to demystify the kitchen and bring back the joy of cooking without the pressure. Today, we're talking about potlucks, and I must confess that I'm the person who signs up for water the second the potluck spreadsheet goes live. Today, Jody and Kirstie are going to help me change that. Our chefs walk me through real-life, low-stress ideas for what to bring to potlucks, team parties, backyard barbecues, and those last-minute can you bring something to share invitations. From entry-level ideas like simple Caesar pasta salad or an apple cheddar cheese platter, all the way up to deviled eggs and ham and cheese sliders. Along the way, we get into how much to make, what actually travels well, and how to find your own thing for a potluck. If you've ever felt intimidated or just too tired to think about what to bring, you're going to leave this episode with a variety of fun and yummy ideas, and permission to show up exactly where you are that day, from fancy chicken prosciutto skewers to really good potato chips and a case of water.
Wow, I was listening to our taco episode. I just pick one. And the best part about it is that I was like, even as professional chefs, the question of what the hell are we going to have for dinner still is a thing. And that was on my mind yesterday. Like, as I said, Tuesdays are like always just a shit day for me. I don't know why. And then I listened to that and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's like fireworks went off. I'm like, I'm going to grill meat. I'm going to make tortillas. I've got tomatoes. I'm going to make a pico. And like, it was just the best family dinner ever.
Yay. I love to hear that.
Yeah. And that was because of our podcast. I was totally influenced. I had in our podcast, we talk about having a little bit of the chili paste in the freezer. I'm like, I had it in the freezer, right? I picked out some dodgy frozen meats and thawed them and put them on the grill. And
I'm an influencer, even to myself. I influence myself.
Yes. I listen to my own advice, which is probably what we don't do enough.
No, we should all do that. We'd probably be better off.
Yeah.
You know what we should really do, we should do, because I had chicken Caesar wraps last night.
Ooh.
And we literally like boxed chicken fingers. Totally non-chef, but I was no contact with it.
Okay, so this is like a little I quit update, Jody.
Yeah, kind of. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's been rough, but what I've learned, and I talked to a friend, and he had said, he's like, we are going to come up with a plan, and every day we're eating the same thing. Every Monday we eat the same thing. Every Tuesday we eat the same thing. And first I was like taken aback. I was like, I don't know if I could do that. But then I was like, well, if every Tuesday I ate something out of a tortilla wrap,
no one's going to complain about that.
Yeah. Flour tortillas, they could chicken Caesar wraps. It could be a burrito. It could be like, like you could bring it down and do tacos. There's so many things.
Buffalo chicken.
Well, that's what we said. We said, let's do a buffalo chicken Caesar wrap. I didn't have the buffalo chicken because I'm a spice wimp, but it was hands off, the fatigue of thinking about it. So Kirstie, I really think we should sit down and do like we could put something on our website. Like we'll do a blog post essentially.
A month. Yeah.
Here's your month of eating. You've learned the technique once, because I was stopping and starting, and I was like, you need to fry those croutons or make those croutons from scratch. You need to make a homemade Caesar dressing. I got to dial it back. Ease up, get over yourself as a chef.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna ease up on that homemade Caesar dressing. This is gonna be the segue of the century. I was at a potluck. on. Well, you get invited to a barbecue and it's like, can you bring a salad? It's that like age-old question. Romaine lettuce was on sale. I said, can I? And I knew they're smoking ribs and it was just so delicious. I'm like, how does a Caesar salad sound? Because I know that our dressing is so easy, that blender dressing. And the hostess of the party, she was kind of facing away from me and there was me and another girl. And she just kind of turned around. She's like, oh, that salad is really good. And then her cousin was like, oh, thanks. She's like, oh, I wasn't talking to you. The Caesar salad is so good. And then someone was like, oh, there's no way I could do that. And I was like, girl, it's in a blender.
Like if you can make a smoothie, the answer, if someone can't make a smoothie, the question is like,
it's a different problem and a different episode, I think.
Yeah, probably.
No, I can make a smoothie, so we're good. But I'm glad. I know your dressing's easy. Actually, Xavier's made it, but potluck, not my thing. So we were talking about potlucks, and you guys suggested it as an episode, and I said it would be a great one because I don't do potlucks. I sign up for water as fast as possible.
Like, is that even a thing?
I didn't know it was a thing.
Like, water is on that list.
Bring a case of water, bring the plates, bring the napkins, whatever it is. I'm in there first, and I am getting the non-food item. And so this is what we talked about. This is why we came to this episode. And then, Kirstie, we got invited to a team potluck just yesterday, and I was busy because I haven't really been home, and I missed the non-food. So now I'm just the lazy 2-bite brownie dessert person.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
Normally Amy hears the word potluck. She's like, ding. And she's holding her phone, just waiting for the news update, right? The Google Sheets update.
Yes.
It's like an pouncing. Is that what you are?
Yes. If you ask anybody, I'm the first one there, and I'm bringing 2 cases of water or plates and napkins. I don't, because I'm thinking I can barely put together the meal. I put together the meal just fine in the kitchen, but taking it out, that's something interesting that people would even eat, or transporting because of heat and temperature, all the extra things that come into play, I just back away from as fast as possible.
Girl, we got you.
Yeah.
Yes. So I am interested to hear a little bit about, some potluck ideas that are fun and interesting that you could bring, not just for me. I think a lot of people feel this way because sometimes they're last minute. That's this one, for example. And so it's like, well, that's great. It's on Saturday. I'm doing 12 things between now and then. And I can't even go to the potluck because I got other things going on. So, it's a little bit, sometimes that's the case. And then for me, it's really just like, just intimidation and lazy and things like that. But I mean, there's lots of potlucks. There's family barbecues. There's team stuff. It's so beautiful outside. Let's just be outside. I mean, and we can eat good food outside. So we want to talk a little bit about how we can eat good food outside.
I think without planned, by the end of this episode, you're going to have 5 great ideas. Whether you love or hate the potluck, I can go either way. I can love and loathe it. Sometimes, sometimes you're like, bring your chair, bring your drinks, bring your I might as well just stay home sometime.
Yeah, like go in my backyard. Yeah. Can we answer this like on a spectrum, like entry level and then work our way up, right? Like that's how I would like to do it, because we feel you 100%. We are the exact same way, right? We've got 100 things on the go as well. And so how do we, but we also have the pressure, right? Like if you're known as the person that brings the water, we 100% are asked when we walk into a potluck, what did you bring?
Yes. I feel like I have pressure. Yeah.
I didn't think about it from that perspective. You guys probably feel like you have to show up 10 times better than everybody else.
I think all the time.
That wouldn't be too hard with me. You could stand beside me in the case of water and you'd be fine.
You know what? I kind of want you at my potluck though. Like I hate buying paper plates. I hate buying disposable crap. I'm gonna, whether you're a friend or not.
I will bring water to the field every day. I'm there for you because there's no other way to do it.
We're going to be like, if we're coming to the potluck, can you bring us some sparkling water? Like, would you bring some sparkling?
Italian imported sparkling water.
I can up my game on the water. Absolutely.
Okay. I have an entry level.
Okay.
I like your system, Jody. Yeah. I have an entry level and we've already talked about it. You said your son has made our Caesar dressing in a blender. Can you boil pasta?
I can.
Then can you take that Caesar dressing and stir it into that pasta?
I'm with you.
And put it in. Oh my God, I have the best bowl to show you guys later. And put it in a bowl and take it to a party.
And that's it?
You've got a Caesar pasta salad. If you're feeling like if you're like, hey, I have a Costco chicken, you could make a chicken pasta Caesar salad. Or if you're feeling really inclined, some bacon in there is not going to be, that's going to be delicious as well. So there's my entry level, Jode. What do you think?
I like it. And so there's a couple different potlucks that you'd be invited to. One would be an appetizer style. So that's all like finger food.
That's a tough one.
Yes, that is tough.
So when it's an appetizer and I have signed up for juice boxes once, right? When I didn't know a lot of the people.
I like that. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to just bring some fun juice boxes. But then once they get to know you, then that's where the pressure comes. Once they hear that you're a chef. So if I never commit, I'm like, I can't tell you what I'm going to bring. I'll bring something delicious or it's just me, right? You're going to get me at the party. And that's going to have to be enough this time.
Oh
right?
My God.
Not all the time. So yesterday I bought this. So this is a bag of chips. So if you're going to bring chips, nothing wrong with it. Kirstie likes a good no-name dollar store chip.
No, I love a plain Lay's. I love a plain Lay's. Yeah.
And a plain Lay's with a dip. Fantastic, right? Like, because it's, no dip. Sorry, Kirstie
No dip for plain Lay's. They're too thin.
A crisp white and a Lay's chip with a salty, like, cut through.
White wine and Lay's. Yep. That's
fantastic.
My jam.
So you could bring the bottle of wine and that. So then I will bring like a little bit different of a bag of chips. So I'm going to bring, like, I love the Covered Bridge. Farm Boy we're not sponsored, but I'm just going to show you. This is like a new collab with them. And I'm going to show you how I do it because you're right. The logistics of bringing tongs and a spoon and a serving thing and everything that goes along with it. So I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to sacrifice this bag of chips for all y'all. Okay. So you open it up. I didn't do this, but I saw it somewhere and it's brilliant. So then you start at the bottom once you open it up.
Look at this. She's folding the bottom of the bag and it's turning into like a flat bottom and pushing the chips up. And now it's a flat bottom. So it sits on the table.
And it's pushing them up.
Pushing them up to the top. Yeah. So I guess we're a podcast. We're not always visual. So you're going to have to watch this on one of our socials. But essentially, I've created a chip bowl out of the bag of chips, right? And then you just continue and it sits flat, right? Look at that. It sits flat. Didn't invent it. But people are just as impressed with my party trick as they are with my chip itself. So this is like, for me, entry level.
Like, imagine that at the beach, right? You don't have chips falling over in the sand anymore.
You're not up to your elbow in them, right? So just get a nice chip that you're a big fan of. I'm a big fan of these Covered Bridge, right? And then look it sits. And then you don't have any dishes. You're finished. If you've had one too many margaritas on the way home, you're like, I'll take my garbage. And then on the way home, you can eat the crumbs that are in there.
Nice.
So that's my entry level.
I can do that. I might do that tomorrow night just for fun.
With your water.
With my water, my case of water.
So this is the time of year where we are invited. I have like 2 potlucks that I'm already invited to. Both of them involve Jody.
So do you collaborate then with the pressure, or what? How do you handle that?
I think that I just tell Jody what I'm going to bring, and she's like, "Thank you," like every time. And I'm going to say entry level to mid appetizer that I'm bringing to your house this Friday. Close your ears, Dan. Is deviled eggs. I think that's that's been a potluck staple for the last, I'm going to say 5 decades. If you have yourself a deviled egg caddy, like I do, it makes life even easier. So that's my the entry to mid-level, and it's cheap and it's cheerful and everyone loves them. Most people love them.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that that's almost middle, because there is a time amount of time, right? The eggs take 10 minutes to boil, then you've got to peel them, then you got to do all of that stuff. And so then I always run out of time. Like, if I was in the 80s going to a potluck, I'd have my pantyhose on, my slip on, I'd be like ready to go. And I'm in the kitchen just scrambling,
sweating your ass off.
Yeah, just dabbing myself. That's when I'm making my hors d'oeuvre. So I need something a little, like, I need to dial it back. So what I will do is and this is yours thing, Kirst, you influenced me on this. I got corn tortillas. I'm going to fry some fresh corn tortillas. If I have the time to make a salsa of some sort, I'll just have some tomatoes. If I have an avocado, a red onion, a lime, some fresh herbs, like I'll just mix it, and a cucumber, whatever I have, I'll throw it into making some sort of salsa fresh dip, or a bruschetta dip, we call it. And I will make that, but I'll fry the chips, and they don't take long.
We talked about them in our taco episode. I just was listening to it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's basically like just a trace amount of oil on the bottom, just enough to cover the pan, and you're flipping them like you'd fry an egg, right? Like you're just flipping them over, getting them crisp. Someone else is definitely going to bring a Tostito. So if they run out, or there's going to be a baguette there that you can put your dip on for the rest of them. But you don't have to make like hundreds. You just need it. You need about 20 to 30 minutes. If you've made a salsa ahead of time, great. If you didn't, like, there's some really great salsas out there, like Herdays.
Yeah, I like the Herdays brand,
and they're fresh and delicious. But if you have the time to chop a few vegetables, you can. So a homemade element is the difference maker on there.
And you mentioned not making 100, and this is always my question, is especially on the appetizer potluck, is how much do you bring? Because you don't really know how many people are coming, and so I don't know how much am I bringing for this appetizer, or even the pasta salad, for example. Am I bringing a lot of pasta or not? The amount is one of my questions.
Okay. I think a good rule of thumb is 8 to 10 people across the board, right? Unless like you're getting together with 4 girlfriends, like that's different. A potluck generally means between, I think, 10 and 30 people, wouldn't you say?
Yes. So what I do is I never ask what the number is. I don't really care.
She's just bringing herself.
I'm here. That's all you need is Jody.
It's just Jody and her chip party trick, and everyone's, ooh, Jody.
Ooh. That's another, it's in a minute, but let's answer this question first. If I'm bringing my family of 6, I'm going to bring like a platter that would feed the family. Right. And if everyone does that to cover their family, then that's enough, right? If you're going for appetizers, you should have eaten maybe beforehand. You're not going for a full meal. You're taking the edge off, right?
Even with any of the potlucks, I think, whether it's dinner or appetizer, I guess you're not responsible for the total amount of people there. You're responsible. Everybody's bringing something. So I like the 8 to 10 or your family. Those are good guidelines. I didn't really think about it that way.
Water, you're bringing 48.
Yeah, you're bringing 2 cases because we know you stopped in the store on the way in.
I went to Costco, guys.
You know what? If you're going to a potluck with friends and they can't accept you that you're the water girl, those aren't your friends.
Oh, they do. It's fine. Like, they know.
Yeah.
I got one more entry-level appetizer, and then we can maybe take it up a notch. And I do this a lot. One of my kids is always invited to this potluck kung fu party. So it's just kids, right? And then, of course, it has to be nut-free. And what I do, I've done it like 3 or 4 years in a row, is I take like 4 big Honeycrisp apples. I cut them nicely. Like I cut them into, I don't know, Jody, like thin slices, fan them out. I take a brick of cheddar cheese, cut it up, fan it out, boom, done. And it's always a hit. Like there's so much crap at some of these, like, whatever. 300 2-bite brownies, the kids actually are like, great, and Honeycrisp apples don't oxidize. So they're perfect for like even another entry level. I always offer to do the cheese board because it takes me like 8 minutes to put together and everybody loves it.
Yeah, like I think that the charcuterie board is very trendy, and generally the host is like, I'm going to put a charcuterie board together. It doesn't mean you can't bring a variation, and I would call it the Plowman's, like the Plowman's lunch, which is like classic cheddar cheese, local apples, and like even a summer sausage.
Maybe some summer sausage. Yeah. Yes.
I love the freshness of the apple on there.
Have you had that summer sausage and peanut butter combo?
Is it a thing right now?
It was, I don't know. I had it last summer. Our friend Lynn has brought it to the beach as a thing. It was a bit of a disaster, peanut butter all over, but it's delicious.
Who knew? Wow.
Like summer sausage, spread peanut butter on top. It's pretty cool. Yeah, try it.
My specialty is a candy charcuterie board.
Ooh, see, you're invited again. Bring your water, bring your candy. This is shit that I don't think about. Yeah.
And it's definitely feeding if it's a family, like the kids are happy with that. So then it feels special and it feels right. And that's a healthy balance, I think, having it that way. So candy charcuterie, good for you. You're hiding out on that.
Yeah, I hide a few things because it doesn't sound homemade, but you know what? I am pretty popular when I roll in with my candy charcuterie board.
Yeah, that's artsy. That's like creative. I don't think of that stuff. That's amazing. I do always think that potluck means salad though.
And my concern with the salad, with either pasta or lettuce, is the outside potluck and wilting and heat. And how do you keep some of those things edible? I didn't know about the apples either, that they don't oxidize. That's really good to know. But then you put the cheese on top and it's hot outside.
Full confession. I love a piece of sweaty cheese. Like if it's sat out in the sun for a little bit.
Okay, that's a first. I didn't know that. But.
Like for me, I remember when my grandma got a microwave, and I had Pine River cheese. You have to be of a certain vintage. It's no longer there. Pine River cheese on like a white bread that you just put in the microwave for like 20 seconds. And it was just like not super melted because it's going to burn your mouth. But it was like, I have arrived. So sweaty cheese just feels like a variation of that. Yeah.
I don't think I knew that about you, and I'm surprised. That surprises me that you like sweaty cheese. Next time you're over, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put your lunch in the sun for half an hour. I have a mid-grade salad. We're getting to a little bit more advanced. The ubiquitous broccoli salad, which again, has been at a potluck for decades. Jody and I revamped the recipe maybe 2 summers ago. So great recipe that you can find on our website. We just we modernized it a little bit. There's no raisins in it because Jody hates raisins, and it can be a real divider for a lot of people. There's bacon in it, which is delicious, good quality cheddar. And the dressing, if I remember correctly, is just a little bit punchier, right? It's got that creaminess, but it's a little bit lighter. So in like probably end of July, beginning of August, if you go to the farmer's market, right, you're getting like broccoli crowns like bigger than your head. And then you're like, great, I'm going to make a broccoli salad. And what I love about that one is you're making it the day before. And it's just better. It's just better than fresh, because then that broccoli softens a little bit, absorbs some of that dressing. It's one of my favorites.
This sounds really good, actually, and I feel like I would eat this, and my kids would eat this. So I would need to ask a few questions.
Sure, go for it.
So am I putting the dressing the day before? Because when you do that with lettuce, it doesn't always work.
The whole thing together.
Okay.
And it's all coming back to me now. We replaced the raisin with the Honeycrisp apple to have that tartness and that sweetness.
Wow. And I'm assuming I'm not cooking the broccoli, right?
Good question. I remember this, Jody. I was like, I'm going to make this salad better than 1972. And I did. And I was wrong. I did our blanching technique, and it was just then the dressing slipped off of it. It was even though I dried the crap out of it. Keep it raw.
Okay. This is something I could definitely do. I can't believe this is the medium level. I'm pretty excited about this.
And when we talk medium level, I feel like we're more talking about the time that it involves, right? Like my chip bowl, I had this, the just in case I get invited somewhere, I needed this, right? So I'm gonna have to go have them. I have this as insurance.
That was 30 seconds. This is more like 20 minutes.
But for me, that salad, you know what I'm bringing? And also like a vintage salad is the tuna mac salad, right? I made it this weekend. It was a long weekend. We went up and we went to the cottage, and my youngest, he was like, I need to learn how to make this, Mom. I'm like, you really do. You know, we start and then they will analyze it. They're like, it has more tuna. I put the key to that salad is do not overcook that noodle, right? The noodle's almost crunchy. You're just taking the raw edge off of it, and it still has a very much a significant crunch to it, because as it sits in that dressing, it soaks it up and softens. So if it's a perfectly al dente noodle, it's definitely soggy by the time you serve it. I'm going to still eat it, but if you want it, you know, if you just dial that cooking back, so I can make that. I can put water on. The time it takes to boil that pasta, I've got all of the ingredients ready. Mine's very simple. It is just celery that I dice up, like 3 or 4 ribs. And we've got this recipe for you. 3 or 4 ribs of celery, couple cans of tuna. And I used to, with tuna and water, I don't know if you were like this, I used to feel like I had to squeeze every last drip of juice out of it. Dial it back. Do not, right? I figured this out when I bought tuna and oil, which were like, it's a delicious part of that. So I stopped squeezing the bejeebers out of it and making it dusty and dry. I just kind of give it one just like very gentle squeeze, and then stirring it in. It's more delicious, right? And then I make the dressing in the bowl beside the celery. Like I make one bag, it fed, you know, everyone at the cottage. I leave one behind for whoever's not making it, and they feel like it's their gift. It's eaten, like it definitely consumed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At any time you've got it and it's ready to go.
That belongs in our midnight snack episode. I freaking love pasta tuna at midnight. Like after I've had a few of this, that, and then I'm like, oh God, before I go to bed, it is like a hangover cure. You have like a big bowl of pasta tuna, you wake up feeling fine.
Who knew? Secret tip. I love it.
Yeah. I've been doing it for years.
So I have some great salad ideas. And so say I have to go to a potluck and I have to bring dessert, and I am not bringing 2-bite brownies, and I cannot bring a candy charcuterie board. What are some ideas?
You're going to make a brownie.
Oh, I do like making brownies, actually.
Not to bash that 2-bite brownie. Like but when I go and if the same person brings it every time, I'm like, we're all busy. We're all doing stuff. So please, once in a while, you get a pass, right? You can bring you can bring this chip
exactly
in this homemade bowl. You can do that, but not every time. If you do it every time, it's like, oh, I can see the effort that you're putting into all of us, which is nothing, like just a little bit. Sorry, I say that with love. But I think, you know, like I'm going to bring, if you want to bring dessert, like we've got, like I made this sticky toffee pudding cake. Fantastic. We made a banana bread one, which is this stuff. You could bring that. It doesn't take much to put together and whatever. Either does a brownie, right? But if you're going to make this brownie, buy some Lindt chocolate. Don't buy baking squares. They're not a thing, right? You've got 5 ingredients in there. Get good quality ingredients. And you can we got a Lindt around here. And I know that I'm like, people are going to be like, oh, you're really being snobby about that. Like 5 or 6 ingredients, get the best quality ingredients you can get your hands on. And that 1-bite brownie will be like, oh my goodness. And you can make them ahead of time. You can freeze them. You have them in your back pocket as your potluck insurance, right?
There is some store-bought desserts that are highly acceptable. And this is a real local thing, but the Short John from that little bakery in Conestoga, what's it called? Sittlers, right? Like you're not getting them anywhere else, right? Like if you're going to, and I have a friend that brings them, we just know. Caroline's bringing the short johns, and it's widely accepted, but that takes a bit more effort. They have varied hours. You got to bring cash, right? It's like this little tiny store in Conestoga, and you're not getting that dessert anywhere else. So that would be my exception and that would be me, because I'm not a big dessert maker or bringer. I will be snobby though, and I'll be snobby about one thing, and I'm pretty excited to show this off. So there's another potluck that I have to go to. It has to do with Jody this time. And I'm like, what am I going to bring for Jody?
How many potlucks are you having, Jody?
Well, it's a big birthday year, Amy, for Jody and Dan. Yeah. So I was like, what the heck am I going to bring? And a friend of ours, our friend Lynn, was at the secondhand store, and she found this. There's even the price tag on it. I think it was $5. And it's a massive, real Tupperware, gorgeous, like egg yolk, yellow, big giant bowl. And Lynn's like, I can't make it to Jody's party, but this is my gift to her.
Aww.
And what I think is really cool, if this is a really special friend, my mom always says that don't give someone flowers if you like, bring them the vase, or at least put it in the vase for them, right? So not saying that you have to do this all the time, but maybe for a really special occasion, which might zhuzh up your simple, is like, you can keep this bowl. So for Jody's party, and it's massive. I don't know if you can see how big. It's big.
I recognize it. I think I had it in my household growing up.
And it's going to take me a good long time to fill this with potato salad. No potluck is complete without potato salad, but I'm going to be a real snotbag and said, I'm only eating my potato salad. I'm leery of every other potato salad out there. Do not bring it in a plastic container. It's like, ugh. I'll make it. I'll have a big bowl full by myself. I'll pack the rest in this, and I'll bring it to Jody's birthday party. So there you go. I think that's potato salads and like real special friend, because it's a lot of effort.
Okay, I was going to ask. I know nothing about potato salad, really.
We have a great recipe on our website, as you'll put in the show notes, as you do. Thank you. But yes, Jody, are you excited about this?
I am. And sorry, I did see it in her back, her trunk, because we're like together a lot.
I really hope it's not a surprise party, guys.
The party's not a surprise. This was supposed to be a surprise. And then, Jody's like, ooh, great bowl. And I'm like, shit.
I do want to say, I need to pause, because I feel like some people are like, I bring that. I bring like a homemade potato salad. And we're like, we're not trying to hurt your feels.
I'm not eating it.
Kirstie.
I'm sorry. It's only with potato salad. That I'll eat anything else, like whatever. It's just potato salad. I only like mine.
That's fair. I think that's totally fair. But I'm representing all the people that bring the stuff that we shouldn't be bringing, and I don't feel bad about it at all. And I know it, and I agree a little bit with your comment about how much effort you're putting into it, because a lot of people, the person organizing it, especially if it's for a team, they're putting a lot of work into it. And then sometimes I do feel bad that I don't put the amount of effort into it. It's more, lack of skill and intimidation and the time, but the time is everybody. It's more that I'm not comfortable with all the moving parts. So this has been very helpful, and I have a lot of great ideas. And so, Jody, we're not offended, because I get it. We want to up the potluck level of things, because then it's more fun for everybody. So this is great. And it's okay if we want to not eat something or bring something, or if we have better suggestions, I guess.
Okay. Because I don't want people's feels to be hurt over this. I want to make sure, and we're giving, again, I can't emphasize enough this little chipful that I got, right? You're not making it, but you're buying like a little bit fancier of a chip, and then I might bring, and I've done this for a potluck. When you said what you're bringing for kids, Kurs, I thought it was hot dogs.
Oh, my mom did that once in 1987, the church basement. Like, kids go to potlucks and nothing looks good. I'm not eating some foreign casserole from Barb. Like, I don't know. And so my mom would bring hot dogs, and every child was thrilled. We'd be like running. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. So I have been bringing them lately. I borrowed a roller dog. And then I have a friend, Betty, who's like, she's like, I bought this one. You can have 30 roller dogs on it. If you ever need to borrow it, I got you. right?
Wow.
Because one of the other reasons like I like to bring the hot dog is also low effort, right? Hot dogs, get them on sale and have them in your house. Otherwise, you're spending more on hot dogs than you do on a steak. Is that you're feeding the kids, they're satisfied, they're thrilled with it, and they're not eating the prosciutto di Parma that you have on your charcuterie board. Where you're like 6-month-old Manchego. I'm like, now I'm left with like the orange cheddar. Nothing wrong with it again, right? I'm the girl that likes sweaty cheese. But I want to give the kids what they're fine with. I might throw back a hot dog, but especially when it's on a roller dog machine. But thinking of the kids as specifically for the kids is also really important part of a family potluck.
Enjoying that potluck. Yes.
Yeah. And then when I do the roller dogs, I'm bringing a cocktail. I'm bringing the gin cocktail.
Well, I'm glad you said machine because I'm having a party pretty soon and I'm borrowing, get this, an Aperol Spritz machine. Like it's Aperol Spritz on tap.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah. And so I was at this party and she had gotten this, like Aperol Spritz is like her favorite thing in the whole wide world. She got it for Mother's Day. It's like a keg of Aperol Spritz. And she's like, do you want to borrow it for your party coming up? I'm like, I sure do. Like, that's like, yeah, super exciting. So yeah, the hot dog roller, like you're having a carnival.
Like Kirstie, by having the Aperol Spritz machine, essentially you're setting the bar, the level of the party.
It is, but it's also easy then. Then it's like, great. You just have to, you just push this lever down and then you're not like, as a hostess, it's really relieving. Yeah. Might borrow that hot dog roller too. That could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did the gin that we have that on our website. And I like gin. I added some, I think it has cucumber. Our website one has cucumber.
Yes. It's the cucumber lemon gin cocktail for a crowd, Amy. It takes an entire bottle of gin and
then bring
delicious.
A couple of the extra, like of the lime and the waters. Cause then I needed to borrow an extra bottle of gin from the host because we were calling it Hydration Nation. Hydration Nation, right? Because then you're like pouring sparkling water that you bring. So then you're contributing, Amy. That's sparkling water.
She's bringing candy. She's bringing gin.
No, not the gin. I said sparkling water. Yeah. She brings a sparkling water.
So I'm contributing to the best part. So there you go. But actually, listening to you tell all the stories about all your friends that come to potlucks, what I'm actually hearing is that people generally have something special that they bring. And when I think about the sort of potluck or communal dinners, which we have often with like the team after a game, all of our friends have something special. And I feel like I need to find one. One of our friends, she's a deviled eggs person and it's always themed. Yes. Like if it's March, those things are green. And she's like next level deviled eggs for sure. And our other friend, homemade cookie dough, but it's like, it's vegan and gluten-free because her son is celiac. Like but it tastes delicious. And everybody waits for Beth to come over with the homemade cookie dough and we put chips in it and everything. And now I'm thinking I need a thing. And then, our other friend, she's like the dessert person, like next level, has all the carrying cases to make the homemade cupcakes come over perfectly.
Yes. If you need a caddy, the cake caddy,
right? You need the caddy, right? And so that I'm like, now this is partly why I wanted to have this conversation because I feel like I should have a thing too that's not water.
Not water. Besides the hot dog, we didn't really talk about meats or anything like that. And sometimes that's what potlucks are. Sometimes the host is like, oh, I do the meat, but sometimes they're not. And in that case, like I don't own a crock pot, but I do have to borrow one once a year. Jody, I've got to go to our Kung Fu potluck again. And that's when you're like, pulled pork is your friend, pulled chicken, anything that can slow and low, sausage and sauerkraut, things like that are always a hit.
They are, but they're also time consuming. So thank you for saying that because there are two things that came out of potlucks that really inspired me that weren't ours or weren't mine that I brought. And I love going to that. So one of them was the chicken spadini, right? A friend made a chicken skewer Like it's marinated. Ours has breadcrumbs and garlic and stuff. You grill
and
it.
prosciutto, right?
Yeah, we have prosciutto weaved through it. In that case, make sure that it's chicken breast so you can serve it room temperature or cold. The other thing was ham and cheese sliders. So I live in St.
That's
Jacobs,
fun.
as you know, like you could find my house probably. But you don't have to.
just smell brisket. Just go to see if you can get a waft of brisket, and then you go to Jody's house.
but we've got lots of friends and a hit at a Mennonite potluck, and they brought it to our hockey team potluck, were ham and cheese sliders. They were brought warm. So think brioche buns. You can buy them at Costco, that whole thing. That brioche bun on the bottom, a Dijonnaise on top, sliced ham, deli sliced ham, a cheese, the brioche bun on top, and then even it was like a honey butter or grain. Like I've written the recipe for our own version of it. That was put on top. You just warm that when you get there. You're like, can I just use your oven for 20 minutes? You warm them up, or you have it done ahead of time. I never do. So, right. And then you just slice them into these gorgeous, they're just tiny little sliders of ham and cheese. And they're so good. They didn't even last the room. Like you had to have been at that potluck at the very beginning to get one. And they were a real hit. And I would say that the effort, it's not a $20 smoked brisket. But it was so well received, so delicious. And it was spot on a potluck.
Yeah, I love a good slider.
Do you think you have a signature move yet?
I think I have a lot of options that could become a signature move, because we talked about a lot of things, and then you mentioned some recipes that I think I might need to go look up. And
mixed bean salad. I'll say that one right there is right there with the tuna mac, Jody. Like mixed bean salad is taking you less than 10 minutes to throw together, and everyone loves it.
And when you say mixed beans, are we talking vegetable beans or legume beans? Okay. Cans of beans.
Unico brand, if you can. It's been tough to find in my life lately. Just saying, Unico brand is where
Unico not sponsored, but we would be.
I can't. They're not available all the time, Jody, and I've been freaking out. Right. Yeah, mixed bean Unico mixed bean salad.
Because I do like beans, so that would be something I'm going to look up for sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of fans of our bean salad out there.
So I'm going to work on a signature dish, and I'll have to report back.
No, I want to give you some information, I think, or some guidelines for potlucks. One, you need to figure out where you're at on any given day of a potluck and decide, what can I do? If you can put a little bit more effort in, do it. If you can't, don't feel obligated to, right? Again, coming back to my chip bowl, right? People would be happy with that, and a bottle of wine, right? Or something
and
like
a bottle of wine.
That's a bottle of wine, right? When my moms were young, everyone bought a hostess gift. I still do it. I always do it. I try to bring a bottle of wine or say, thank you for hosting us. You cleaned up all week. You're going to clean up afterwards. You're putting out more food. You're making sure everyone's happy and great. A bottle of wine's not a lot to say thank you, or even some flour or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I always bring a hostess gift too, for sure.
Yeah. But then if you've got a little bit more time, or if you're like, I'm going to prepare ahead of time, make those brownies, make something that freezes really well. And then you just bring them out, platter them up. They're homemade and they're done. Right. Or the 20 minutes, you pantyhose on, slip on, throw on an apron and fry up some corn tortilla chips in a jar of salsa. Right? It's not, that's on that end, or going all out with those salads. We gave you lots of salads that didn't have lettuce in them.
Oh yeah, I think that's a rule. You're not bringing I did bring a Caesar salad.
No, I love the non-lettuce salad options. That's not something I've done a lot of. So actually, I really liked all of those ideas. And I like, Jody, how you lay it out about how much time do you have, and if you have time, try and do a little bit more. I can abide by those rules. So that's going to be maybe my new benchmark.
And I'm going to try your candy charcuterie board. What do you call it? Your
candy charcuterie board. Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm going to try that and be the real belle of the ball next time.
Kirstie, go to the bulk bar. right? Like that's going to have a variety. You can throw some fancier things in there.
When you can have some fun, because there's always like, dollar chocolate, like something fun and nostalgic along with the candy. The Bulk Barn is very good for the charcuterie board.
Okay. And it's not going to get sweaty or hot. There you go.
It's going to be gone before it gets a chance to do that.
True.
Thank you for joining us in the kitchen today. If you'd like to know more about what we talked about, including recipes, recommendations, and links to Jody and Kirstie's full selection of online classes, you can find everything in the show notes or visit the Culinary Studio website. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast and take a moment to leave us a review. Chef Over Your Shoulder is a member of the Bespoke Productions Hub podcast network. Happy cooking.